fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris here. We got ourselves a little Batman update. We got to turn on the bat signal for this one, y'all. Completes the set, don't you think? What we're going to be talking about today is the news that dropped last night that is just driving fans wild, and I don't blame them at all because we are living in a world now where we are getting a universe that includes 3 different Batman going on basically at the same time. There's a lot of drama and confusion surrounding this news, so I'm going to try to break it down the best I can, but I'm going to need your guys' opinions down below. How do you superhero fans feel that we live in a world now where we have 3 different Batman, 3 different Spider-Man, all sort of coming together while we still have superheroes like Superman that don't get their due justice and are just being let collect dust in the background? But also don't be forgetting to hit that like button, okay? Because no one else is going to break down this Batman news in a slightly entertaining fashion. I mean, you gotta give me at least that. Alright, so this is actually an update to the story that we heard last week. You guys might have heard me talk about it, where Walter Hamada did an interview with the New York Times, and basically in that interview, he confirmed that in the DCEU, we will be following 2 separate Gotham cities, basically 2 different versions of Batman happening at the exact same time, and he's hoping that audiences will go along with it as long as they make good movies. It was kind of up in the air who this second Batman will be. Is it gonna be Ben Affleck? Is it gonna be Michael Keaton? Will they jump into Batman Beyond, or are they bringing in someone completely new? And will someone finally went ahead and asked the interviewer who was talking to the president of DC Films, Walter Hamada, and asked him directly, hey, in our interview you made it sound like there's 2 different versions of Batman. Do you know which one he was talking about? And the interview confirmed that they were talking about Keaton, as in Michael Keaton. Now immediately after this news came out, there was a large debate. A lot of fans kind of upset about this because of course they would love the second Batman to be Ben Affleck's Batman. And that makes a lot of sense that people would want him back. There's been a real big resurgence for Ben Affleck's Batman, even though don't know where all these Ben Affleck haters went when he was announced. Y'all remember, y'all are out there. But people were really upset, especially because some news outlets were phrasing it as Michael Keaton would be the replacement for Ben Affleck in the DCU, and that isn't correct at all. So many news outlets were misreporting this that the original interviewer had to again clarify his statements for a second time that he only meant Keaton was showing up in a second Gotham that will be seen in The Flash, and not really anything more than that as far as he knows. Michael Keaton is not going to be replacing or taking over that Earth 1 role of Ben Affleck's Batman. That's where a lot of people were getting mad, is where they thought they were going to bring in Michael Keaton, pull him out of his Burton universe, the same universe that we're going to be seeing the Flash travel into in his solo Flash movie, where he's going to encounter Michael Keaton's Batman and sort of connect all this DCU multiverse. He's not then going to come jump back in and start hanging out with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Superman and be the Batman of that universe. Ben Affleck's Batman will still exist in the DCU, but because of Ben Affleck's disinterest in the role and not really wanting to come back, which he has said numerous times in interviews and had to be begged to come back for the Flash movie, and even for the Flash movie, he only has a small part that is said to be his farewell of his character. And I'm not saying they're going to kill or get rid of Batman in the Flash movie. I just think that we're going to put him in a happy place where from now on in the DCU, he'll be working in the background. Maybe in different DCU movies, they'll mention him, like in Aquaman 2, they'll be like, oh yeah, Batman helped me out with that. Or in Wonder Woman 3, oh, Batman helped me get this. But we won't actually ever see Ben Affleck's Batman. We'll just always be knowing he's working in the background just because Ben Affleck is busy doing other stuff in real life. I know there's a lot of rumors out there saying that Ben Affleck is going to be getting his own HBO Max series, and that's how the character is going to continue, but really, you guys need to use kind of your common sense here. So you think Warner Brothers went ahead and brought back Michael Keaton Batman, brought in Robert Pattinson Batman, and also gave Robert Pattinson's Batman a spin-off show on HBO Max just so that they can give Ben Affleck's Batman his own show as well? So you want 4 different Batman properties going on at the... I just don't believe that's what's happening here. But it's also super understandable why people feel that way, because the DCU is so reactionary to what is happening online that we never know what they're deciding to do. It feels like every time a DCU movie comes out, depending on the public reception and what happens online with what people are saying about that film, immediately Warner Brothers goes back to the drawing board. Is like, oh, we got to change all this now, guys. They didn't like that movie, so scratch the 5-year plan we had. Let's start over. So I wouldn't be surprised if after Zack Snyder's Justice League comes out on HBO Max in March of this year, which I am looking forward to and can't wait to see what Ben Affleck is doing in that movie, the positive reception and maybe the big audience that goes ahead and watches that and watches HBO Max, maybe then they can convince Ben Affleck to come back and give him that HBO show. But again, even I find it hard to believe that they're going to continue on the Zack Snyder universe, because Zack Snyder himself just came out yesterday and said he has no plans to continue that universe. This is exactly what he said. Look, I never thought I'd be here doing this. I didn't think I'd be finishing Justice League. The truth is, it's been widely reported, and I have no issues. This is an old movie. This is a year-old movie I'm working on. The DC universe has gone and branched off and done its own thing, and that's fine. As far as what I did, and as far as what my vision for what I wanted to do with these characters and journey, I wanted them to go on. It's well known that I planned on more movies, 5 movies or something, but I'm busy. I've got a lot going on. It is cool that the fans have so much faith in the trajectory. Yes, it's amazing, and I couldn't be happier, and I'm excited for them to see the Justice League so that they can really drink the entire elixir of Justice League. But would I continue? I have no plan to. But as I said, I didn't think I'd be here, so who knows? That is Zack Snyder right there telling the Snyder fans that, look, it's awesome that we got to make this. It's a big thank you to you guys, but from there on, I got other things to do. And he doesn't seem to want to continue that, so I don't see why Warner Brothers would also be continuing that universe without Zack Snyder. But putting that aside and trying to go with what we know right now is, okay, Robert Pattinson's Batman, that looks awesome, can't wait to see it. Now what are they going to do with Michael Keaton as Batman and the future for him? Because let's admit it, the man is old. It doesn't look like he'll be getting his own solo movie and really kicking a bunch of butt. If he does, hey, I'm all up for that. This is my favorite and childhood Batman, so I got a soft spot for him. It's pretty obvious then, if Michael Keaton is to set up and continue in his universe, then we are getting the Batman Beyond universe. We are finally going to be getting Terry McGinnis trained by Michael Keaton as an old Bruce Wayne. And let me tell you, the Tim Burton Gotham universe is the perfect universe I would love to see set in a future landscape with Batman Beyond. Even if that's not the case and that's something they're working to further along the line, they already confirmed that they're working on a Batgirl movie, and who else is going to be training Batgirl than Michael Keaton's Batman, and sort of maybe building up this whole Bat family. I mean, that's the role that Michael Keaton can play as his version of Batman. Sort of this Nick Fury where he's building up the Bat universe, where we get one where he's training Batgirl, then he's going ahead and training Damian Wayne Robin, and then getting so old that he has to eventually train Terry McGinnis as Batman Beyond. Like, that's the kind of stuff I wouldn't mind seeing, and I hope they're leading up to. But even the other things now, that makes Jack Nicholson our main Joker again. I know he's not coming back because he's retired and he's suffering from some health issues. Hope he's doing all right out there. But we've seen it happen in the comics, and even they've done it a little bit in the cartoon series. You could introduce another Joker that is inspired by the previous Joker. So we could get another Tim Burton Joker that is kind of inspired by Jack Nicholson's Joker. Really, a lot of wild possibilities are out there, but the main thing to realize is that even though Ben Affleck doesn't seem to be the main Batman in the DCU anymore, the multiverse has made it possible where Ben Affleck can take a break right now, go do a bunch of other movies that he wants to do, write, direct, star, all that stuff. 5 years, 6 years, when he's finished with all that and wants to take on the cow one more time, we can do that because we live in a world where Tobey Maguire's coming back, Andrew Garfield's coming back, Michael Keaton came back, so the door's always open for Ben Affleck to always be back. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this as Michael Keaton being the future? Do you think that Warner Brothers is going to go ahead and be reactionary to the Snyder Cut and make a whole bunch of changes? Or do you think, no, it's just for the fans, it's a good one-time thing, but this is the way they're headed forward? Anything and everything, you guys go ahead and leave your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.